Today, Audi released one of the most ridiculously cool supercars I have ever seen, and they're claiming it's not the successor to the R8. And I'm not exactly buying it. For almost 2 decades, Audi had a halo supercar, the R8. I remember when it came out and was debuted in Iron Man. It was one of the coolest looking cars I had ever seen. A naturally aspirated V8, then a V10. There was even a gated manual option at one point. It was the poster car for so many people, as well as Audi as a brand. And today, they just dropped the bomb on us out of nowhere. Audi did something that didn't make any sense to me. They killed the R8. Why? It's the best car you guys produce. Why kill it? Out of nowhere, today they've just released a new car called the Audi Nuvolari. You know this car is special because it doesn't feature the same traditional nomenclature we're used to with Audis, a letter and then some numbers. RS5, R8, etc. It has an actual name, the Nuvolari. Now, what is this name from? A famous Italian racing driver named Tazio Nuvolari. What an honor to have an insane supercar named after you. So what exactly is this? They've dropped a new car on us and told us there's 499 going to be built at $686,000. That is one expensive R8. Okay, so it's limited and more expensive than an R8, so I see how it might not be the successor, but hear me out here. The powertrain is very, very familiar. That's because it comes from the Temerario. So we've got a 4-liter twin turbocharged V8 that revs to 10,000 RPM. Then we have 3 electric motors, 2 at the front axle and 1 in between the engine and the gearbox, for a combined 1,001 PS, which equates to 987 horsepower. That's more horsepower by 80 than the Temerario. So if the Temerario and its new powertrain is the successor to the Huracan that had the naturally aspirated V10, then why would a Temerario-powered Audi not be the successor to the R8? I'm trying to figure that out, and I'm curious what you guys think. I'm pretty sure they're gonna sell all 499 of these. They haven't all been sold out yet, which is a rare thing. Normally they announce a rare car and they either pretend or claim, truthfully, that the car is completely sold out. Monaco Grand Prix is coming up this weekend. They're debuting it in person at the Monaco Grand Prix, and I imagine there's enough billionaires there to buy every single one of them. And I'm curious to see if the success of the car is so extreme that Audi goes, all right, just kidding. We are going to make this an R8 replacement, make it a little less extreme, maybe reduce some of the carbon fiber and reduce the power output a bit. There's some serious firsts in this car, so stick around to the end of the video because there's some things we have never seen before in an Audi product or a vehicle in general on the road. So one of the most special things about this new car is the entire bodywork is made entirely of carbon fiber. That's a first for Audi. Also a first for Audi, it's got center lock wheels. We've seen them on Lamborghinis, but never on Audis. And a lot of this is from their new Formula One team and their new Formula One development. So they put a lot of emphasis on the active aerodynamics as well as the braking system. So in terms of the active aero, we've got a stationary S-duct in the front, kind of like a Ferrari Pista, for more downforce without adding a whole bunch of drag. Then we have a multi-stage rear wing that can do high downforce, low downforce, act as an air brake, etc., to produce over 400 kilograms of downforce at its near top speed. Now, speaking of which, its top speed is more than 217 miles an hour, which is also significantly higher than the Lamborghini Temerario. Audi claims it'll sprint from 0 to 100 kph, or 0 to 62 miles an hour, in 2.6 seconds. Now, we've seen the Temerario tested. I've driven it. It is so fast. People are getting numbers closer to 2.2 seconds. So I imagine this car potentially, with its entire carbon fiber body, could be lighter. We don't have weight statistics yet on the car, but if it's lighter with more horsepower than the Temerario, we could be seeing something close to 2 seconds flat, or maybe even 1.9 on a perfect launch after launching it a million times. The looks are very, very interesting. I actually like it, possibly because it looks like the Audi Concept C and it feels so futuristic and different. It looks similar to Audis of the past, but different in its own right. I don't want to call it a Roblox car, but it does kind of feel like this futuristic Tron Roblox version of an R8 in the coolest way possible. This looks like something that would never see the light of day, but Audi is saying that by the beginning of 2027, to the middle of 2027, we're gonna see these actually hitting the streets. Now, the cool part is because it's fully carbon fiber, the entire body, not only is it lighter, but now for the first time ever, you've got an option to do a fully exposed carbon fiber Audi R8 successor. Now, starting at $686,000, I'd imagine full exposed carbon fiber has got to be over 100 grand. Then you add options on top of that. You're talking about a car after tax that's upwards of $1 million, which is pretty insane for an Audi, but I honestly think it's a genius move. Now, what other Formula One technology does the car have? It has a really cool ceramic pro braking system that they've developed from Formula One. So on its own, the electric motors can generate 0.3 Gs of deceleration, which is pretty insane. Now, for the first time, we've got these long carbon fiber, carbon ceramic rotors. Apparently, the longer carbon fibers allow for 21% better heat dissipation than standard carbon ceramics. And Audi claims 2.8 megawatts total of deceleration, which is on par with their Formula One car. Now, I don't quite understand how that's possible. I'm not really buying that. Is a car that likely weighs 2, 3, 4 times more than an F1 car really gonna slow down that quick? Physics are physics. I don't see how that's possible. But you never know. There's regulations in Formula One that there aren't on road cars. So time will be told. Is this going to be the fastest car decelerating from 60 miles an hour to 0 ever created? I'd love to test that out. I think this is awesome. I've loved the Audi R8. I've almost bought one a bunch of times. I've kind of done the Lamborghini platform with the Gallardo and the Huracan, but this is something incredibly special in my opinion. It's well out of my budget, and I'm sure by the time this video is posted, although this is being posted on the exact same day of the release, so if you are watching this today, the Audi just broke news, and I don't think there's any videos on it yet, just a handful of pictures. So I'm trying to get tricksy here to get you the best B-roll possible so you can actually see the car. From the front, it's very angular and menacing. You've got that S-duct. From the side, it looks gorgeous as well. The back is probably my favorite part of the car. So the 4 rings Audi logo isn't actually a metallic logo. It is milled out of the carbon fiber bodywork, which is a really, really cool feature on the car. Now, the interior is as futuristic as the exterior. We only have 2 photos of the interior right now, and it kind of reminds me of the combination of a Temerario and a Lucid Air Sapphire. The Sapphire screen on the right side and the Temerario in terms of the steering wheel, but we've got a more simplistic steering wheel this time. Basically, a couple of buttons, all mechanical, no touchscreen BS, and some massive paddles behind the steering wheel. Carbon fiber bucket seats, I'm sure infinite levels of adjustability. It's probably a pretty cool experience in there. Overall, inside and out, I do really love the look of this car. I think it's futuristic, but still tips its head to Audis of the past. And I really, truly hope that Audi decides to build a run-of-the-mill production Audi R8 to keep the brand going. I've been kind of a fair weather fan of the 3 German brands, depending upon how their current lineup is. When I started Vehicle Virgins, I was a die-hard BMW fan. And then BMW went through some lulls and Mercedes kind of took over. Then Mercedes went through some lulls and Audi had some awesome offerings. Right now, Audi does have some cool cars, but nothing in their lineup speaks to me in a way that feels like, wow, this brand is truly crushing it right now. The RS3 is cool, the new RS5, of course the RS6, but nothing revolutionary. So I'm curious to see if Audi revamps their lineup with this new technology, perhaps uses the Temerario powertrain in more various vehicles to see what the future of their portfolio has to offer. Because honestly, I do like Audi, but as it currently sits with no R8, it's not that exciting to me. Well guys, there you have it. In my eyes, this is the spiritual successor to the R8. And I imagine with its success, we're going to see more cars like this down the road. I think it would be silly for Audi not to be honest. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next video.